Alright, this is going to be not so much a review as it is some information, I guess. Because I got a product here that I've been using for a while, and so it's not a new product that I'm going to try to tell you about and show to you. This is a tried and true product from Phiniac.com. I am Steve Perry from SmokingTheBandwidth.com. And as always, I am slaving over a hot cartomizer to bring you the best e-cigarette news, reviews, and reviews available on the World Wide Web. And today we're getting tanked with Phiniac. Now, Phiniac has different styles of tanks that they have to offer. They have the sandblasted tank, which will look like this. It's a clear tank where they sandblast a design onto it, and then you, of course, have the option to add a color to the sandblasting. And then they have what's called a frosty tank, which will look like this. It's basically the inverse of the previous tank, where the frost, which can be colored as well, I think it's kind of hard to tell on here, maybe not, that this is pink and then the rose is on the clear glass. So basically on the sandblasted tank, sorry if I'm not looking directly at you, I've got the light on so that you can see these tanks, and it's pretty bright in my face, so I'll probably be looking over here for most of the video. But the sandblasted obviously is a colored or standard design put onto the tank, and the frosty is colored around the design. They also come in different sizes, and I only have two of this. They have for different size cardos. There's also a skinny Finny now, which is designed more for an ego, and I do not have the skinny Finny here to show you. And all I have is the regular size, which will look like this, and then the XL size for your extra long cardos, which will look like this. I believe the standard cardos are 35 millimeter and the XL cardos are 45 millimeters in length, and that's the difference in the sizes. Now, of course, if you get a standard tank, you can use an extra large cardo in it. It'll just stick out longer out of the top, whereas if you get an extra large tank and you happen to have some standard cardos, they're not going to fit. That's that. Another little difference, they also make colored tanks. This is one of their black tanks with the Grim Reaper design on it. And another difference between the tanks is with the, if you can see the difference in size there, in diameter. I believe the black tank would be 25 millimeters in diameter, and I'm not sure about the glass one, the clear glass, but the colored glass tanks are actually a little larger in diameter than the glass tanks, which leads us to the caps. Your Phiniac tank will come standard with black Delrin end caps. These obviously are cartomizer tanks, so you need end caps for them. And all the tanks will come standard with the black Delrin, but the colored glass tanks will only work with Delrin caps because they're a different size. Your glass tanks will work with the titanium caps. Now, this is actually a stainless steel and not a titanium end cap. These end caps here I've had for a while. It was before they offered the titanium. However, the standard titanium caps will look just like this. I saw over on New Vapor where Moria from Phiniac was talking about them, and she said they can't even tell the difference other than the weight between the titanium and the stainless steel. So it's basically going to look the same as what you just saw with the titanium. However, you can get the titanium anodized, as in here with this blue end cap. This is anodized titanium. You can see the glare from the flash off of it. It comes out very nice. Here's a purple one. And also, you can get drip tips anodized to match the color. And these, of course, are available in just the regular titanium, but you can get them anodized to match the color of your caps. So it makes for a very nice setup on your tank. It makes them very pretty, and you're going to see one put together here in a minute. Now let's go over a couple of the designs. Most of their designs, for example, the flaming dice, which I've already showed you here, a lot of their designs like this offer you the ability to personalize the tank with your initials on the back. In this case, I put TT for trailer trash, since that's what I go by on most of the sites. But you can see it makes not only a very nice tank, but it gives it a personal touch. Some of their tanks, like this purple tribal butterfly that I got for my girlfriend, have the ability, you know, there's a small enough design to where you can put an entire name on it, and hopefully you can see there where her name, Ramona, has been put in a tribal font. And it makes it a very nice tank, gives it a personal touch. I happen to be a White Sox fan, so on my black tank on the back side, I just put Sox, you know. Grim Reaper and Sox, I don't know that it goes together. But the way they played this year, it looks like the Grim Reaper got them. In addition to that, Phiniac can do custom tanks, and I'm very proud of this tank right here. This is a custom tank that I had done by Phiniac. They charge an additional $5 to do a custom design, but there is the brand new Miami Dolphins logo that debuted this year. And of course I had them do the orange sandblast, and then you've got the turquoise drip tip and end caps, the anodized titanium. And the advantage of the titanium over the old stainless steel is it makes the tank a lot lighter. These are heavy tanks. These are high quality tanks. If you go to their website, they've got some drop tests. I'm not going to throw these around the house for you today, but this tank here has been dropped. And when I originally got this tank, I just got it with the black Delrin end caps. And I was in my truck and I was wearing a pair of shorts that are kind of silky, and I had this on a Vamo. And I had the Vamo in my pocket, and I was getting out of the truck, and I was stepping off, and I felt this start to slide, and I went to grab it, and all I did was knock it out harder, and I heard the glass hit the metal step on my truck, and it went top down onto the pavement there in the parking lot, knocked the drip tip out, and it was a mess. And all it did to this tank was the Delrin end cap. And I switched to the metal cap, so I don't have that cap anymore. But it put a nice little dent where it hit the gravel. You know, it roughed it up on the edge of the end cap. The tank was fine. There's not a scratch on the tank. I mean, it's in mint condition. That's the only time I've dropped one of these, and hopefully that will be the only time I dropped one of these, because they are glass. Now, it's a Pyrex, I believe. It's a very, if you look at it, it's a very thick and sturdy glass. They are very solid. So basically what I'm saying is, if you accidentally drop them, you don't have too much, knock on, I got glass table, knock on wood, you don't have too much to worry about if you accidentally drop them. But that having been said, they are glass and they should be treated as such. Now, I am going to go ahead, and for most of you, that's pretty much all you're going to need to know. If you were thinking about getting a Phiniac tank, you weren't sure if it was, if you wanted to go ahead and make that investment, if they were worth the money, I'm going to tell you, if you're a Cardo tank fan, they are definitely worth the money.